lost in a city dream, and I was at home again beside the stream. Then you walked past me and you saw me and smiled. I will never forget the first time when I saw you. I thought I lost my mind. Blue and faded was blown away and left behind. I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? Loving you has never felt more right. Woke up lonely, and for you there is nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I would walk 1,000 miles just to see you.
Well, good morning on day 37. It's just gone 7:30. I'm 35 kilometres in, which under the circumstances is actually really good going. It's a bit stormy. It's a bit stormy at the moment. Yeah, so there was thunder and lightning from about 2 a.m. this morning, and as I was getting ready, I thought the rain had ceased and desisted, but it hadn't. So it's huge thunder, lightning. Yeah, in that last half hour before I hit the road, but it eased off enough that it was time to go. I'd probably be further down the road, but for a couple of navigation errors on my part. The last 10 minutes of this ride has been interesting. So it started well, these last 10 minutes. I looked out to my right and I saw what I thought was a funny cloud formation. In fact, it was the Gulf. Yeah, so that was good to see. And then thunder and lightning. And I'm just going to look away for a moment because I think I've just seen Skippy. Yep, Skip's here. Skip and her Joey. Yeah, I'll show you that in a moment so you know what I'm talking about. Yesterday was a forced day off, and it was kind of needed. Excuse me while I test the coffee. Tepid. Tastes like coffee, but you could bathe your baby in that. Yeah, it was a forced rest day, and my legs were hurting, the thighs, which is the first time. They're normally a little tight and maybe a little sore, but yeah, they're much more than normal. You know, I got out of bed yesterday and yeah, they were hurting a little. They're as good as gold now, as good as gold. So would I have taken a rest day yesterday? No. I would have kept riding. But yeah, it was a forced rest day. It did not stop raining until about 2 p.m. Some of it was very heavy. And the skies made a liar of me. I'm sitting here having my coffee, thinking I'd shoot a little bit of video for you showing how heavy the rain is, but it's just eased up for the moment. And look, that's a good thing. a bit nervous about riding in thunder and lightning, and I was riding towards it, so I guess no excuses there. Today's ride's going to be, I don't even know, I think it's 100, either 100 or 110, but I think 100. Again, just to a spot where there's a few hotels, resorts, and I'll choose one when I get there. And then tomorrow's only, from memory, 88 kilometres into Kirikan, which was my 4th stop of riding, the day after Hua Hin. And then from there it's only 300 kilometres into Bangkok. So I'm going to stop waffling and enjoy my tepid coffee and a cake, and then I'll try and show you a little bit of around here. I'm starting to see some really nice limestone cliff formations. They're often hidden behind the very dark clouds, but at the moment some are showing.
beyond all. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Boys don't cry under the influence. You and I did not make a sense. Tell me why you're putting on a fence. Boys don't cry, boys don't cry. Endless game, when's it gonna end? We became what we should condemn. You and I, we were more than friends. Boys don't cry, boys don't cry. Look ahead, somewhere down the line, words unsaid, will they undermine? Dry your eyes, everything's just fine. Boys don't cry, boys don't cry. Wearing thin, is it just for show? Where you been? I don't wanna know. You say hi when you're leaning low. Boys don't cry, boys don't cry. Boys don't cry under the influence. You and I did not make a sense. Tell me why you're putting on a fence. Boys don't cry, boys don't cry. Endless game, when's it?
Well, day 37 has come to an end riding wise. It's about 5 p.m. I've been stopped for I guess about 4 hours. Settled into a hotel, had lunch, had a bit of a kip, was a bit tired. And yeah, I'm at the beach. It is about to pour with rain, so I am about to move rather quickly. Sorry for the rushed beach shot. It is just so wet at the moment in this part of Thailand. This grand looking building is where I'm staying. I've got a sea view room. It's a fairly basic room. Well, that is not true. It is a basic room. But I was able to get a sea view room. That's not a bad view. and I'm just trying to line up where my room is. So it's in the front of this building, and we've got the ground floor, the first floor, and that second floor. So the room in the middle on the right is mine, and I am paying $24. I upgraded to the sea view for $24, 600 baht. And the bike is sitting outside. The lady is happy for me to bring it inside. I don't think I'll bother. It's locked up. There's security here. And yeah, so Shirley gets to look out over the elephant and the unfortunate demise of this restaurant. But she gets some view. So we're not inside, but we're undercover. Although even under here, everything's wet. Man, it's wet here. It is really wet here. We'll come to the rain a bit later. I had a really good ride. As I guess, as I always say, as I always do, after a rest, yeah, the kilometres tick by quite easily. I don't even know what I rode. I think it would have been around 115 kilometres, I think. Somewhere between 110, 115, I don't know. And I've pulled into a beachside resort town, midway between Chumphon and Kirikan. And in fact, slightly more than midway. Which has set up an interesting option for me. If I ride, around that 110k mark for another couple of days, and don't actually stop at Kirikan, but ride beyond it, then ride beyond Hua Hin, I might set up a situation where I only have about 60 to 80 kilometres to ride on that last day into Bangkok. And I'm keen to do that. I don't want to have a 110 kilometre ride into Bangkok. I think I need to get to Bangkok a little bit fresher than that, and also take the opportunity going into Bangkok to just film how amazing the roads are and the traffic, which I didn't do when I came out of Bangkok because I was learning the roads and or learning how the roads work and how the drivers work and the zingers don't work. Anyway, so that's an option. And I've already looked at it and I kind of like the idea. I'll look at it a bit more later. The rain. So yeah, look, it was raining off and on early, and then I actually got a bit of a break from the rain for a bit, and everything dried out. I worked out I just don't even need to put my wet weather gear on. It's 28 degrees and it's pelting with rain. Well, it's almost perfect temperature. The sandals are going to be going on every day. I'm not going to be putting the shoes back on. I think the way this weather pattern is, the only thing I can guarantee between now and the end of the trip is there's going to be periods of rain. And even if there isn't, there'll be periods where the road is wet, and my shoes, cycling shoes, get wet. Oh, they'll just get so heavy, so heavy, and then I've got to try and dry them out before I pack them up to go back to Australia. So they're dry now, and they're going to stay dry. I had the same thing happen to me today as what happened a couple of days ago when I rode into Chumphon. I had options to stay. I didn't like the look of them or where they were. I decided to push on further. I got 2 kilometres or maybe 3 kilometres from this point that I had decided would be where I would go. And the skies just opened up again and just wet everything. And it was heavy. It was really heavy. So I came in, got into this beachside town. I knew there were 3 or 4 really good options to stay. I'm not even sure this was one of them. It wasn't. And as I approached the intersection, I saw this place and I said, this is it. Look, there's better. The room itself's okay. The aircon works well, and I've said that's really the highest priority. So from that point of view, I've done well. It wasn't the money. I was pleasantly surprised when they said the price, I knew the room wouldn't be great, but it's actually quite adequate. Yeah, look, the highlight of the day, I met some bicycle tourists. I met 2 fellas, Ron and Adam. And there's a picture. Yeah, Ron and Adam, man, they are doing a ride and a half. I mean, I'm pretty chuffed about the ride I'm doing. They are riding from Tokyo down to Auckland. So they're going to follow the Indonesian archipelago as far as East Timor, and then they're going to try and hop a boat or something. Good luck there. Try and get a boat across to Darwin, and then they're going to ride around the top of Australia to Sydney. See you, mate. And then hop across the Tasman to Auckland for the Women's Rugby World Cup. And then I don't know how they're going to do it. I assume fly to South America, do some more riding there for the Men's World Cup of rugby. Yeah, one of them, Adam, is carrying a rugby ball in the front of his bike. But yeah, really nice guys. They gave me their details of their website, etc. They're riding for rugby and charity. But yeah, I'll whack some details down so you can see them. Yeah, fantastic to see 2 other bike tourists. And yeah, they've done a great trip. They've already come down. They flew across China. They didn't ride down China, but they flew from, I think they cycled Japan, flew into Vietnam, into Hanoi, rode down the Ho Chi Minh Trail essentially to the south of Vietnam, and I'm assuming hopped across or rode across Cambodia into Thailand, and now they're cycling down Thailand. Yeah, so it was a good day today, very good day. You know, again, I've probably ridden that little bit further than what I should have after a rest day, but I've only got roughly 400 kilometres, probably now less than 400 kilometres to Bangkok.